Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Easter Sunday, the messages that went out were strictly to Buhari, and it was a way of disclosing his dismal performance for the years that he has been in office, which the presidency, the voices behind president, talking about the media people, were overly uncomfortable with it. The likes of Bishop Martin Cooker took out time to talk about so much. The presidency spoke, he spoke back. The presidency spoke again. Other guys came out, mostly bishops and archbishops, to express their displeasure over how things are happening in the country. But right now, one of Buhari's spokesperson, Femi Adeshina, has taken out time to present a scenario why the people or those speaking against Buhari's government why they are angry. And you'll be so shocked some of the things he has made mention of. We're going to be looking at all of that in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do well. Hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, the special advisor on media and publicity to President Muhammadu Buhari, Femi Adeshina, has taken a swipe at the president's critics, saying they never see anything good in his administration. Many Nigerians have been highly critical of Buhari's government, describing him as an inept and a big failure, particularly regarding his handling of security and the economy. Recently, Catholic cleric Bishop Matikuka, in his Easter message, again accused President Buhari of failure. Kuka accused Buhari of destroying Nigeria and also alleged that the president was allowing corruption to fester. With everything literally broken down, our country has become one big emergency national hospital with full occupancy. Our individual hearts are broken, our family dreams are broken, homes are broken, churches, mosques, infrastructures are broken, our educational system is broken, our children's life and future are broken, our politics is broken, our economy is broken, our energy system is broken, our security system is broken, our roads and rail are broken. Only corruption is alive and well. Adeshina, in his social media post on Thursday, said Buhari's administration never acknowledged the achievement of the administration beyond the problem of insecurity. The special advisor said Buhari's critics were beneficiaries of the past administration, saying they pin and hunger after those days that you did nothing and government just brought bags of money to you at home. He said last week on this platform, focus was on the fact that adversaries of the Muhammadu Buhari's administration were hiding behind the smoke screen of insecurity to vent their spleen. He stressed that security was everything and noted that while robustly confronting the monster of insecurity, President Buhari was equally taking giant strides on many other fronts, which the caterwauling crowd deliberately ignore. Today, let's dwell on something they have deliberately refused to see, hear, and choose not to talk about. But whether they see it or not, talk about it or ignore it, it is still there as conspicuous as the tiger in a tea shop. A fortnight ago, members of the Fertilizer Producers and Suppliers Association of Nigeria, FEBSAN, visited the president at State House, Abuja, and among others, the information came out from Mr. Thomas Etu, president of the body. Mr. President, before you created the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative in 2016, Nigerian fertilizer production base was almost zero. We had less than seven companies producing at 100% of their installed capacity. Nigeria's urea output was reported at less than 300,000 tons. Today, Nigeria can boast of having some 70 NPK blending plants. 95% of these investment is from the private sector. This is a clear sign of the confidence investors have in Mr. President's policy and program. He continued from 7 to 70 blending plant just under Buhari, but why are they not talking about it because it doesn't fit into the narrative. They want Nigerians to buy and imbibe. The country is broken under Buhari. It is divided. He has made a poor job of leading the country. That is what the poor salesman sell. I hear. When you hate baby, you claim that the midwife that beget him is a witch. What had that got to do with the innocent toe? Their snot have been yanked from the honey pot, so they are throwing tantrums. Politicians, so-called civil rights activists, priests, talk show hosts, and many others, all they want is to have the illicit bread back. So they must create the impression that Buhari did nothing from 7 to 70. Why are they not talking about it? No, it doesn't serve their interest, so they would pretend it didn't happen. Whether they acknowledge the good things going on or not, this country won't return to the rent-seeking era where you sit idly and because you are a priest, critic, social activist, media personality, politicians, or what, they just bring loads of cash to your house to curry favor. Buhari hasn't done it. He won't do it, and we shouldn't do it as a nation. Their lives they live their lives perpetually on the complaint counter, but with the realization of the process being made by patriotic Nigerian, they will be so used and marooned in that inglorious place for a long time to come. The people are not ready to return to the dark past, whether those tiny but vocal minority talks about the good things happening or not. Focus, we move. Those were the words of Femi Adeshina. But hey, come on, let's be truthful to ourselves. A lot of questions are already bubbling in my mind. I know that a lot of people are already talking about this writer. But first of all, we have to look at let's emphasize on the NPK stuff, increase in the plants that are producing and all of that. The first thing is it getting to the end users? Maybe it's a yes. Fertilizer production has increased. But is it getting to the end users? If it is getting to the end users, how is it impacting on the country's food basket, food supply? How is it impacting? Because that is a way of proving that the success at the other side has cycled to food production in the food supply. And Nigerians won't be screaming the way they are screaming right now. But unfortunately, even when there is increase in the number of fertilizers supplied to Nigeria and all of that, it still does not change anything because even the end users, the farmers who get this fertilizer, they are not permitted to enter into the forest. So you realize that the issue of food scarcity is still there. The increase in prices of foodstuff is still there. So when we want to look at a particular administration, you look at it based on skills or preference. We know that all those things have been done, but then which is the topmost in the list of priority for Nigerian? Security, because with security you can do any other thing, but without security, even if you set up a business and there's no security, that business cannot function well. Even if you give money to people to boost their businesses, whether it is small or medium scale businesses, it can't go anywhere because the people will be scared of insecurity. So whatever, Nigerians are not only crying because monies have not been coming the way it should come to them, but the issue staring at our face is that the country has failed in the area of security and also improvement in economic advancement. That's where we like to leave it. What's your position on what Femi Adeshina has said, that the reason for critics to continue castigating the performance of Buhari is because money have not been dropping bags in their doorstep? Let's interact in our comment section. Thank you very much.